Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. As you can see, I'm in a very different part of my room than I usually am for my videos, but today I thought it could be cool to show you all of my vinyls, so to give you a little bit of a vinyl tour because I love my vinyls. I have my record player up here and I just love them, so I want to talk about them and just fangirl a little bit. I just noticed that one of my vinyls is actually on my wall because I have a little stand for it or a shelf that I can put vinyls on that is on my wall. I'm also sorry about the lighting, but it's winter and the lighting in my room isn't the greatest, especially in this corner. So we'll just have to deal with it. I'm sorry. First of all, I have no freaking clue where my record player is from or what company or whatever it's from. I'm really sorry about that, but it was actually my grandpa's, and then my sister had it for a couple of years, but then she moved out and she didn't really use it that much, so she gave it to me, and I love my record player so much. I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, that's sitting up there. As you can see, I have a bunch of vinyls over here. I have 14 vinyls, which is crazy. I didn't realize I had that many, but I have been collecting them for quite a while now, 3-4 years I would say, and my sister has been collecting some of these even earlier. Does that make sense? I don't know. I would say let's just go through. I have actually sorted them alphabetically because I like that for some reason. The first artist that I have in here is Harry Styles. So I've got two of his albums. I got his first one, Harry Styles. I'm actually not sure. I think, yeah, this is what it looks like from the inside. I'm pretty sure the vinyl itself is just a basic black vinyl. If any of these vinyls are fancy, I will definitely show you, because ever since I have been collecting vinyls, these are from my sister still. I'm pretty sure I also got her some of these, but now they're mine. But if I have any cool special vinyls, I will definitely show you, because I've been paying so much attention to that because I think that's just so cool. So yeah, whenever that comes up I will definitely show you. And then the Fine Line vinyl, it's also just a basic black vinyl, I'm pretty sure. This is what it looks like from the inside. It has 2 discs. The first one only has 1 disc, which I honestly don't really listen to these. I don't know why, because I do like Harry's music still, and I'm also really excited for his new music, but I just don't really reach for them. There's just other vinyls I have that I enjoy more at the moment, because I have different moods throughout a year. I will listen to one artist over and over again for a few months and then stop listening to their music and start listening to the next artist. It's really strange. The next one is really random, but I have the soundtrack for the How to Train Your Dragon movie, the second one. The reason is simple, because I just am obsessed with How to Train Your Dragon. I would have loved to get the soundtrack from the first movie, because that is engraved in my memory. I listen to that soundtrack once a month for sure. I love it so much. I actually watched How to Train Your Dragon last weekend, so that just goes to show how much I love it. And just look at this vinyl. It's gorgeous. I am obsessed with this and I love it with all of my heart. Some friends gifted this to me last year for my birthday and I just love it so much. The second vinyl in this package looks the same, and then on the inside it's kind of a I don't know, description of how they came up with the sequel, I think, and stuff like that. I actually haven't read that yet. I love it so much. I would love to get the first one, but the first one costs 100 euros, and that is insane because this one was already pretty expensive. And I am pretty sure that the soundtrack from the first movie is only available on vinyl from eBay or something like that, because they don't make it anymore, which I think is a tragedy. I love this movie and I'm so sad that I don't own the soundtrack for the first one. But it's okay, I still have this one, which is amazing as well. The next artist we've got on our list is Louis Tomlinson, one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I just love him so much. The first album I have is Walls, his first solo album. And this is also just a basic black vinyl, and it doesn't even flip open, which is sad, but it's okay. And this one, I'm pretty sure I gifted my sister a few years ago, but now it's mine. So yeah, I love this. I don't really listen to it that much anymore. I listen to the other ones that I have by him more so. For example, I also have his Faith in the Future vinyl, which I also love very much. I really wanted to get the like deluxe version of it where the vinyl itself is like red and black, but I sadly couldn't find it anywhere, which was really sad to me, but I still love this one very much. I listen to it every now and then because I just love this album. It holds such a special place in my heart because it was like the first album that got released by him where I was a fan, because Walls was released before I entered the One Direction fandom. Love this one very much, and I also have his live album, which is also one of my absolute favorites, because this is what it looks like from the inside and from the back. And I got this for Christmas, like in 2024 I think, because yeah, I just love Louis so much. The vinyl itself looks so incredible. I am so obsessed with this. I love it so much. Every chance I have where I can like try and get new vinyls, like for example birthday type of vibe or Christmas, I always wish for them because I just love them so much. Music is so important to me, and yeah, that just really, I don't know. My parents don't really understand why I love vinyl so much. They think like, oh, but it's so old and blah blah blah, but they still support it and buy me vinyls when I wish for them for like Christmas, because for me it's just such a different feeling holding your favorite album in your hands than just listening to it on your phone, if that makes sense. Next up we've got Niall Horan. I also don't have his first album, but I have his second and third album. I've got Heartbreak Weather, which I love. I think this also belonged to my sister before it belonged to me. And yeah, the vinyl on this one is also basic, but we're going to get to the more special vinyls soon. This is just very cutesy. Also don't listen to it that often, to be honest, like maybe once a year or something, simply because that album is like, I like it, but I like this one more. This is The Show by Niall, and he had this thing where like there were like different versions of the vinyl thingy, and we found this one at like Urban Outfitters or something, I believe, and the vinyl from this one, it's gorgeous. I love this so much. I listen to this like during the summertime especially, or like spring summertime, because I feel like that just is such a vibe for the show. I feel like that fits so perfectly. And I also just love the vinyl of this one. It's so beautiful and I love it so much. So yeah, these are the two albums I have from Niall, or the two records. I think I keep saying album because that's what it's called in German, and I think you could technically say album in English, but I think record is more like what people say more often, but I don't know. So just so you know, I'm talking about a record if I say album. Next up we have Only the Poets. My sister gifted these to me for my birthday last year, I'm pretty sure. We have Only the Poets, the like live version from the Feels Like Home tour. I didn't actually go to that tour, but I still love it because there's like some of their music and a lot of their demos that they play at their shows, but I'm pretty sure they aren't a separate like record you can buy, so I'm happy to have some of these on here because their music is so amazing. And then she also gifted me the One More Night EP, and this pops open and you have all of the band members in here. But I love this one. I went to their One More Night tour and I was so obsessed with this EP. I love it so much, and some of my favorite songs by them are on this EP, so it's amazing to have a like physical version of them. Next up I have a vinyl by a German band which is called Provinz, and this is the album Pazifik. I went to a concert by them last year and my mom was very kind and sponsored me this vinyl because I love this album really, really much, and she does as well, so I think that also played into it. And the vinyl from this one is gorgeous. It's like blue. It's really, really cool, and it's also kind of like translucent a little bit, which I also really like. And it just looks so cool. This is actually the only like vinyl I have from any German artist for some reason. I really listen to English artists way more than to German artists for some reason. And the next artist I have is Shawn Mendes, and this is his album Shawn, which came out like 2 years ago or something. And I fell in love with this album so much that I also begged my mom to get this for me for Christmas that year, I think. And this is just so beautiful that I feel like it's justified to have this simply because it looks beautiful, if that makes sense, because I mean, look at it, it's amazing. I'm obsessed, and I listen to this like every now and then as well because it's just really amazing. And yeah, it also just never misses. It's such a good album. And I love how it feels so like vulnerable in a way. I don't know if that makes sense, but I love it very much. And then we have 2 new additions to my collection of vinyls that I only got very recently, but I love them so much. I listen to these probably the most at the moment because I love Renee Rapp so much and I'm obsessed with her at the moment. I'm also going to see her live in March, which I'm so excited about. This is what the Snow Angel record looks like from the inside. And then we've got the vinyl in this really beautiful case. And this one, I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but this one is actually kind of like translucent-ish. So it's like, it looks more brownish in real life and it's a bit translucent, which I think looks so cool. And I didn't know that when I bought this one because this is like one of the only records that I actually bought myself because this album, like, I love it so much, so I just really wanted to have it. And there was also a sale, I think, so that was why I bought it. But yeah, I just love it very much and I think it's just really beautiful. And then my newest album that I have is Bite Me by Renee Rapp, which is her newest album as well. And I got this for Christmas, so this is what it looks like from the inside. And this is so incredible because the record is red. Like, that is, I'm obsessed. I love that so much. It's also so fitting for the album, I think. And I just think that is so beautiful. And as I mentioned, I love these like special colors for the vinyls, and I think that's like so cool. So I'm obsessed with that. I also have 3 more records over here, 4 actually, but these are like records that I don't actually listen to. I just own them in case I would ever want to listen to these, because these actually belong to my grandpa, and they are like, one is from Fleetwood Mac, and there are 2 Rolling Stones records and one that is like a Christmas thingy. I don't know. So yeah, I still own these. I don't know if I will ever actually listen to them. And then I also have 3 CDs, but this thing up here could technically play CDs, but that is like broken, so it doesn't play them. But I have Midnight Memories by One Direction. I got all of these off of Vinted, I believe, and like from secondhand stores because, yeah, One Direction is fun, and I knew that I didn't have the ability to play these CDs, but I still wanted to have them. Then I also have the album 4, which has a similar thing where there are like a lot of pictures inside. And I also have the case for Take Me Home, but it's actually empty. I don't know why exactly, but that's just the way it is. But I still like just having these. It feels like kind of cool for some reason, which makes no sense. Those were all of my vinyls, but I thought it could be fun to also talk about vinyls that I would like to get in the future. So I have a little like folder in my gallery where I have a bunch of different albums or vinyls that I would like to get. And some that aren't actually in here that I would also like to get include How Did I Get Here by Louis Tomlinson, which is his newest album that just came out a few days ago, and I'm so obsessed with it, so I really want to get that. Definitely one of the special editions, I don't know which one yet, but maybe I will wish for that for like Christmas? No, for my birthday. And I think I would also like to get And I Do It Again by Only the Poets, which is their album that comes out this week, like when I'm filming this. I think it's actually the day that this video gets out that the album is released. So go listen to And I Do It Again by Only the Poets. And then, as I mentioned, I have a bunch of different albums on here that I would like to get, and I'm just going to try and name my top 5, okay? So one of them definitely includes 5 Seconds Flat by Lizzie McAlpine. I listen to that album like every year when the fall time comes around. I don't know why exactly, but I just love that record so much, and I think it's really, really cool, and I don't know, I just really enjoy her music. I would also really like to get Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. I found this like yellow edition, but I don't really like it that much. I think there's also one that is like blue and red or something. I think that would be really, really cool. It would also be really cool to get Room Under the Stairs by Zayn. I don't have any vinyls by him or from him, but I really, really like Room Under the Stairs, so I think that would also be really cool, but they're also pretty expensive. And one that I would also really like to get is Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. Not necessarily this like splattered edition, but if there is like a cooler edition with like maybe it's a purple vinyl or something like that, I would like to get that, especially the spilled version, because I just like the songs that are on that version. So yeah, I think those were like the top ones that I definitely want to get sometime in the future, because those are just albums that I listen to all the time and I just really like. That is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed my little yapping session about my vinyls and about music. If you did, maybe like, comment or subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!